biggest challenge is just coming up with solutions for things. Film it's 10% planning, 90% improvisation, because you find when you get to a set, the things that you thought were going to go according to plan just don't. And what do you do when they don't go according to plan? You know, when you're able to take a situation and say, hey, we don't have this, what are we going to be able to do with that?
Okay. Now, okay, our lights just came back on because we accidentally blew the breaker and I lost all of our lights, and now
it was a fail.
Okay, well, we have had a bit of a setback. One of our lights, the light kind of broke. The light bulb needs changed, so we are where? Oh. We are trying to take it over to Lowe's to see if we can possibly, how much? To see if we can get it fixed and possibly have an extra light instead of being short a light, which would be bad because we've got to light up all of that over there, which as you can see isn't very lit up right now.
And completely dark.
Yes, pretty, almost all dark. So,
excuse me.
while Miles does that, the rest of us are going to stay here and set up some of the other lights that aren't broken yet. My biggest challenge while on set was just trying to figure out what to do when we had problems. When someone would show up late and we needed to start filming, what can we do while we're waiting for them? What can we do when someone has to leave early and we kind of have to rush to get like one of the scenes filmed?
Getting there on time just never worked out.
Like where you're supposed to be and what time you say it.
Our child actor is AWOL.
Okay, so there's 4 of us here. Nick can't show up because he's going out of town. James, the person that's playing James Riley, he's sick with sicknesses.
Okay, so adults in the movie were extremely hard to find, and I can't really imagine why, because we're a pretty legit production, but I guess they wouldn't know that from just looking at us, but all of the kids worked so hard on this production, and the most frustrating part was we couldn't get a dad, we couldn't get a detective or a police officer or anything. Originally we had a college kid who was going to play the dad, and he dropped out after like 2 weeks, and I never met him. And then we had, we thought about maybe using Jonathan because he looks like about 30, but Cassie really didn't want to use kids to play adults because it's a legit production and we wanted to look as professional as possible. And so we went through like 10 dads and like 12 detectives. I don't know. It was awful. Eventually we got all the adults we needed, but definitely not for lack of effort. That was a really, really hard part, is because you come on to set and you don't know if you're going to have an adult that day, and you don't really even know if all the actors are going to show up, but you can really, it's kind of ironic that you could depend on the kids more than you could depend on the adults. The adults were definitely an ordeal, and I'm glad that part's over.